Hey, good morning again. Bob from Trade Genius, 4th of August. I want to talk China a little bit. So, ever wonder why this 25% tariff number keeps coming into play? I'll show you why. And I'll show you a nice chart pattern too. This is the current price. This was the low. If you take this number and you divide it into their fixed price they had for years and years and years, that's a 25% devaluation of the Chinese yuan against the dollar. And Trump knows that the Chinese cannot compete if they let their dollar float free, because then the Chinese dollar would just skyrocket in value. They just constantly trying to devalue it. And that's what's happening here. And this thing's going to pop back to 8. There's a cup and handle right here. Okay, coming right back up again. I think this thing's going to explode. And Trump's basically saying, you're not going to get the trade advantage from us. So, forget all the crazy stuff you hear and the whys and wherefore and Trump's stupid, Trump this, Trump that. The Chinese are basically trying to put our companies out of business to keep their people employed. And Trump is basically telling them they're not going to get that advantage. And Trump has an ulterior motive here too. He's going to ensure that we get a trade balance because it's free for him. So we get inflation, keeps the banks happy, people get jobs, they're happy, the wage taxes go up, that means less people on benefits. The progressive tax structure means more tax revenue into the country, and less people get the benefits that are means tested. So there's no downside to Trump on this in the short term. Obviously, long term, inflation is going to eventually kill everybody because we're raising rates into it, and you're just going to get to the point where the cost to carry is going to be too much, and the whole thing will roll over hard. But make no mistake, China's in big trouble. And they get sugar-coated any which way Sunday. But they've literally have just been a debt-fueled existence. And everything's Potemkin over there. And people who ascribe some sort of sage mentality of the Chinese, look, they steal and they use fake money, basically conjured money and debt. I mean, I could do that too. And so now we have a situation here where Trump's not standing for it, and he's going to handle it. And I think that's what you're seeing now. Well, we have no choice. I can't even imagine a Chinese flooding our market at 25% off. I mean, it would just cause massive unemployment here in the United States. As it stands, people are working for minimum wage right now. So we're going to have the most poverty-stricken, full employment economy in the world here. And somebody summed it up really well when they said it's an inflationary depression. But get ready for this. When this thing pops, though, it's going to cause some issues in the stock market. And again, short-term, not a bad thing for Trump, because that dislocation will cause capital tax gains to be initiated, and it's more money into the Treasury. It's just what happens 6 months to a year from now is when things will get really interesting. But he's creating a pressure cooker inside the United States, basically, that he'll create inflation internally to solve his problems. And that's his only play. The Chinese only play is to devalue. So it's just going to get really interesting what's going on, because China is going to devalue against everybody. And everybody's going to devalue. And we're going to be just sloshing around here with all kinds of credit currencies, and all that money's flowing into the United States because our dollar gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So should be interesting. But I just thought I'd share that with you. People are always wondering what the 25% number came from or is coming from. That's where it's coming from. He's front running this move by the Chinese. So anyway, you guys have a good day, and I'll be talking stocks. I'll be talking the metals and miners here in subsequent videos. Bye-bye.